guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a one brand tutorial featuring LA Colors Cosmetics, a super affordable brand. I picked I think I have 9 products from them, so I have just about enough to do a full face. I did not have a primer, so I used the Benefit Professional. Just wanted to point that out before I get started. And I also don't have brows. I think that's it though. I think I have everything else and setting spray, but who cares. I did just like get out of the bath, so my hair's wet, but I just pinned it back so that we could get started. I'm going to start with the stuff from the Dollar Tree. It is LA Colors Liquid Makeup. Now, my Dollar Tree had like 3 shades, and they were all pretty much this shade. There was like True Beige, Natural, and Tan or something, and they all looked like I could wear all 3. So it does have a pump, and I did want to note that most foundations are 1 fluid ounce. This was only $1 in True Beige, but it is only 0.42 fluid ounces. So, you know, 0.42 fluid ounces is, that would mean for an ounce, a full ounce, it would be like $2.42, something like that. So, you know, over $2. But yeah, I just put on a layer. That was like, I would say 1 full pump, maybe 2. It was the first pump I'd ever done with the bottle, so I can't be sure that it was 2 full pumps. And it did not even like cover hardly anything. So I'm gonna go crazy with this stuff. There's a lot more. And I'm just gonna layer it. I'll start another area. True Beige doesn't seem to be like my exact color, but it's close enough. It doesn't have enough coverage to really need to be my exact shade. Oh, I also didn't get an eye primer, but I did get a concealer, so hopefully that'll work for both. But yeah, it's definitely streaky with the brush. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm just using my Real Techniques buffing foundation brush. The more product you put on, the more cake face you get. It's not really blendable. I'm going to take like a cleanish foundation brush, you know, not the one I just used, and try to pat out the streakiness. It just doesn't look very good on my skin. Like, for how little coverage I got, you're looking at my foundation. Like, you can see it quite a bit. And I would think, like, for full coverage, okay, if you can see my foundation, that's fine, but it's not full coverage. So now I'm using the LA Colors concealer. This is in the shade, I have the package here. Nude, and the powder I'm going to be using is in the shade Beige, in case you were wondering. So this is Nude. They had, I believe, 2 to 4 shades in this as well. Alright, so I did my little V there. Oh yeah, this is pretty sheer coverage as well. So I would say if you have perfect skin and you weren't looking for very full coverage, you could probably get away with this. But I'm going to do a second layer, see if I can get this to add up to something. Alright, and then I have the LA Colors powder in Beige. I am going to apply it with the puff it comes with, but this is like the cheapest packaging ever. And even, you know, I don't even know if this is a puff. I think this is just like piece of padding so it's not broken. Mine does kind of have like a little scratch in it. It's like a pressed powder. So I'm not sure if that was me when I opened the packaging for the first time. You can't even really see it. Or if it was just like from the store, but not loving that. I don't know how this shade is going to work for me, but I'm going to start with it just under the eyes and see what it does. Yeah, that does absolutely nothing. I'm using it, but I won't be using this again. Alright, for bronzer, they had 2 shades to choose from. I got this one in the shade Bronze. They actually call it a single blush, but it's in the shade Bronze. But then on the top it says bronzer. So, this one is very shimmery. As you can see, straight up shimmer in it. It does come with a brush, which I'm not going to be using. First I'm going to put a little bit on my hand just to see what it looks like, but okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to put it on my hairline and stuff. It is pigmented. It is very shimmery. They didn't have like contours and stuff like that. They just had shimmery blushes and shimmery bronzers, so. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate this. If I paid like $10 for it, I'd be like, it's a little bit too shimmery, but because I only paid $1, I am saying that's a pass. That's the first product that I've been like, yeah, that's pretty. Like, would I buy it for $10? No, but for $1, hey, in a pinch. This is the LA Colors Single Blush in the shade Toast. They had 2 shades of blush, I believe. There was like a peachy one and then this one. And this one is also glittery, if you can see. So, I'm going to go light-handed with it. I mean, that's pretty. You can see the glitter particles on my face, though, in case you're wondering. Like, I'm looking at my mirror, and if I move my head with the light, I can totally see glitter. They did not have an LA Colors highlighter, so I bought this instead. This is the Shimmering Loose Eyeshadow with Brush, and it is in the shade Honeysuckle. So it's a loose eyeshadow, but the shade is a highlighter shade, like the kind of shade that I would expect to have a highlighter. So the brush itself it comes with is like a little tiny eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to brush some of that on the back of my hand to show you what it looks like. And I dropped it on myself. You can kind of see it there in the center of my hand. It'll be a pretty highlighter, I think. So, just trying to find a brush to use for that. I'm going to use this one by Sigma. It's the tapered highlighter brush. The problem is this is going to be really hard to get out of the bottle because the brush itself fits down into the bottle. All right, here we go. That's actually gorgeous. Like, is it emphasizing my pores? Probably. But I think it's really pretty. For an eyeshadow, hey, that's pretty cool. Alright, I did not have an eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of that concealer really quick. So I'm just resting my back on the chair for a second. Bear with me. So for eyeshadows, they actually had a ton of options. I think they had 5 palettes of one kind. They had like 3 trio palettes, I believe it was. Maybe 3, 4, or 5. And then they had like 3, 4, or 5 of a different kind. They had like eyeshadow packs that had 6 in them. They had some that had 12. And they had some that were trios. I was really impressed with the eyeshadow selection. So I think I had somewhere between 10 and 15 options for eyeshadow palettes. So I ended up buying 2. I got the LA Colors Eyeshadow Nude in Glamorous, and this is a 12 color palette, and it has the most like neutral with 1 purple and 1 blue, but the rest are pretty neutral natural. There are some mattes, there are some shimmer, very glittery looking shades, so we'll see. And then because I wasn't sure that I would have like a brow bone shade or whatever, I didn't know what that one was going to be like. I went ahead and bought a second one for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And this is a 6 color eyeshadow palette in Almost Nude. And it does come with a cheapie applicator, which I will not be using. This one has more like golden and olivey tones. So I think I'm going to start first with the 12 color one. And I'm going to just take this mauve shade. Of course they're not named, so bear with me, but it's just kind of like a nudish mauve, and I'm using that as like a transition shade. Oh, that's very purple. Okay, I'll make the other side the same, but then I have to go on with something a bit warmer. The one right next to that one is a little bit more warm, so I think I try that. Oh, that one's like gray lavender. Weird. Can you guys see the transition shade I just put on? It's like very lavender for, it looks like brown. They look kind of brownish. I don't know. That's so weird. Okay, so that's just what transition shades I have to work with. I guess I'll try this shimmery brown one from the 6-pan palette and see if that one is better. Okay, that one's very shimmery, so you wouldn't want to put that in your crease unless you were like me and just accidentally did it. Okay, so now I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush. I did actually get this at Dollar Tree like a month ago. They had some great Wet n Wild brush. I'm trying to get my hair to clip back, but it just keeps falling, so Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to use the pale bronze shade in here with the Wet n Wild brush. These are very soft, if you can tell. Like, I mean, I've kicked off quite a bit of powder, but this is pretty, this gold. That bronze shade is actually pretty. I wish I had some kind of tan or brown for the crease that wasn't, you know, purple, but I'm going to try the darkest brown that I've seen in here that looks matte from the 12 pan palette. See if I can get that to... No. See, everything in that palette looks gray to me. It's like, it's got a gray undertone. I'm trying to build it up to be brown, but everything's just kind of grayish. I'm putting that darkest brown shade on the outer V. I mean, I'm really digging into these shades. Like, I am pressing hard to see if I can get some pigment. I'm building them up. They're just not that great. But I'm just going to blend out the edges with the transition shade, and then I'm going in with another brush, just a pencil brush, and the off-white in the palette underneath the brow bone, just to highlight all those brow hairs I need to pluck. And then the very shimmery light pink from the 6 pan palette there on the center inner corner. Alright, really quickly, I'm just going to fill in my brows. Try to go affordable. So I'll use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette. For lips, I'm using the LA Colors Lip Duo. And this is a lip gloss and a lipstick in the shade Vibe. And it is purple, fuchsia. It smells like bananas. Like artificial banana. You know what I'm talking about? Like a banana Laffy Taffy. So if you like fake bananas, you might really like this. Now I'm using the gloss on the other side, which is slightly more hot pink. Maybe it's bubblegum. It's a bubblegum banana, okay? I don't know what they claim it's scented or supposed to be flavored like, but the gloss feels very thin. I would be worried about this rubbing off. I would be worried about it running outside of your lips. So if that's something you already have an issue with naturally, I would steer clear. This is the LA Colors Auto Eyeliner in black. At my Dollar Tree, they had it in navy or black. I chose black because I wasn't sure what look I was going to do. It does have a nice skinny point to it, and it doesn't need to be sharpened. Already pluses in my book. It's very creamy. It's applying pretty easily. I don't have to press too hard and I don't have to drag. So that's good. Last but not least, the LA Colors Mascara, and it's just called Mascara. And there was one shade, black. Oh no, there were 2 shades actually. This is very black, and I think there was a soft black. It's a mini. It's not a full-size mascara. This is only 0.1 fluid ounce. And typically I am not a fan of cheap mascaras. The only cheap mascara that I found that I really like, and it's actually my favorite of all I've ever tried, is by Essence, and it is $4.99 full price at Ulta, but usually you can get them for buy one get one half off, or use your $3.50 off $15 coupon at Ulta. Alright, the mascara is just okay. It's not the worst. It's on par with like a Wet n Wild mascara. I mean, if you are like a teenager, not looking for very much like coverage in your foundation, not looking for anything particularly, you know, concealing as far as like your concealer goes in your foundation, and you happen to have a light to medium skin tone, you might be able to get away with their products for your foundation. Now, remember, I bought these at Dollar Tree, so if you went on to the LA Colors website, they do sell more shades. I think they have like 8 or 9 of the foundation. So you can buy them in more shades. But in my Dollar Tree for $1, not $5 or $6 on their website, I was very limited to anywhere from 2, 3, 4, or 5 shades of everything. 2 blushes, 2 bronzers, 2 eyeliners, 2 different mascaras. But still, so I would tell you, one of my favorite, and let me see if that's true. My favorite product is that I tried today was the LA Colors Shimmering Loose Eyeshadow with Brush in Honeysuckle. I'm not a loose eyeshadow person, but this would serve as a great inner corner highlight and cheek highlight, brow bone even, lid shade. I think that I could get a lot of use out of this. The shade is pretty. I mean, you can see it there. It's really shimmery. So if I just use a light hand, like apply tap, tap, tap with my fingers, it's pretty. I really like that. That's actually, I will use that again. And then the eyeliner was really good as well. This is the Auto Eyeliner in black. I like it. 0.1 ounce for $1. And they had it in navy too. If I had known it was that good, I probably would have bought both, but I dig it. Mascara, lip product is okay. They had more lipsticks, not the duo. At my Dollar Tree, they had lots of different colors, probably like 5 or 6 different shades. But since I had this one already, I didn't go ahead and get that. But, you know, it's fine. The fragrance kind of fades, and unfortunately so does the color, but that's pretty typical with glosses, so I won't hold it against it for the price point or whatever. That is what you get. I didn't see a ton of shade variety. Like, they were all kind of like baby pink to mauve. They weren't wild and out there. This one is, but the eyeshadow is very, very lacking. The blush has glitter in it. The bronzer had a little bit too much shimmer in it for my liking, but you might be into that. The eyeshadows, if you've never used high-end shadows before, you don't have very high expectations, or you don't want a lot of color payoff, you might really like them. So that is it for my one brand tutorial featuring LA Colors. I'm not like super duper impressed, but I will use the products again, at least a few of them. But I don't feel like it was wasted money. I'm glad that I tried it out, because you never know if you're going to find some like holy grail, you know, product where you're like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for you for years and I finally found you. Like, the foundation and the powder and the concealer, I may never use them again. I may feature them in an affordable products video or drugstore brands video or something, but as far as like quality of product, not really my thing, but you never know and you may get lucky. So always fun to find a hidden gem at the Dollar Tree or the drugstore for an affordable price. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.